etc.
Yeah.
And how do you feel your team was not there?
Obviously, it was successful for me because Nigeria didn't make it through the final.
Do you know?
as I said,
See, one of the games you had like Morocco versus Nigeria.
Yeah.
Was the referee not Ghanaian?
yeah, it was Ghanaian.
No one.
So Ghana was there in some capacity.
Corruption.
All right. Got an interesting one today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. Today, it's going to be an interesting one, right? So, I'm the host today, Mawundu. We've got a very good panel today. Mr.
Ease.
I was waiting for that one. We've also got Chanda. We've also got CB.
How we doing?
here.
Yeah. How come you didn't let me introduce myself? You made him do it.
I like when he jumps on and goes, "Ease."
Yeah, I want my own ad lib as well.
All right,
man.
okay, go on then.
No, it's too late. Don't worry. I don't want your sympathy thing, man. Move on, man.
Anyways, like I said, we've got a very interesting topic today.
Yeah.
We're going to be discussing about the AFCON. It's going to be a bit spicy, you know, especially that final. But
What was wrong with the final? It looked all right to me. Nothing interesting happened, right?
No, man.
we'll get to that. So, how do you guys think the AFCON went? The full tournament from the start, obviously, till the end. What do you guys think?
I mean, for my country, Zambia, it was a shambles. But
Standard.
I don't think we unpacked our bags, man.
I don't know why we bothered, but that comes from obviously. I think getting rid of the managers just before the tournament started. I don't think that helped.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was like a couple of weeks before the start of the tournament.
Yeah. But overall, I think the AFCON, it's kind of like sometimes it's just standard sort of like, AFCON. But initially I was like, you know what, this is looking all right because the stadiums are looking nice with Morocco. The setup was looking nice. There's a lot of stuff that obviously the media doesn't cover when you're watching it. It's stuff that you see on TikTok that's been happening in the background, which, like I said, we'll get to. But overall, I think it was a good-ish tournament, which got a bit tainted by the final. But yeah.
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 I think I'm inclined to agree as well. I think most of the teams kind of quarterfinal onwards, the teams we expected to be there. There wasn't sort of any big surprises.
Yeah.
But again, as we'll come into it, there's obviously a lot of background stuff that was happening, which obviously meant one team made it to the final that maybe shouldn't have been there.
Questionable.
But we'll get into that. But I think overall, the quality of football is really good, as well as some good goals and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I enjoyed it. The games I did watch, I think that they actually were very, very
I did
good
watch
quality.
a fair bit of it. Obviously, I didn't watch like every single game every day, but I did manage to catch the good games, the games which obviously I wanted to watch, the big games, etc.
yeah.
And how do you feel your team was not there?
Obviously, it was successful for me because Nigeria didn't make it through the final.
Do you know?
as I said,
Do you know what was like? See, one of the games you had like Morocco versus Nigeria.
Yeah.
Was the referee not Ghanaian?
yeah, it was Ghanaian.
No one.
So Ghana was there in some capacity.
Corruption.
It's bad.
Yeah. That would be
Only
like,
if it doesn't involve me.
that would be like a Scottish referee in like an English game.
Oh, damn.
That's
Jeez, that's true. I didn't even realize that.
Suspicious.
Very
I know.
interesting.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I will see you at the World Cup, Nigeria.
no damn.
Oh, man.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy.
It's too soon for that.
Too
man.
soon, man. Too soon.
Oh, sorry.
Fair play.
I'm assuming you know they didn't qualify. That was it.
I didn't know, man. Sorry, man. Sorry. I didn't know. Some suya on top, man.
Suya.
We
And
see
obviously, like I said, we've seen some dodgy decisions. So what do you think about the refereeing? Because
I thought the referee was pretty shocking, to be honest.
some of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, but
the refereeing decisions were like similar with this whole a Ghanaian referee in a game to do with Nigeria. That's crazy. Like obviously I don't know what part of that was intentional. Maybe Morocco had a little bit of something to do with that, but I don't see how that happens for countries where there's a bit of a tension between them. Like in the same way, like if it was Algeria, obviously Algeria, Morocco, they've got their own beefs. Like you don't have a ref from either one of those countries in that game.
100%.
So I don't know how they then allowed it for like Ghanaian to ref a Nigerian game.
I genuinely
it starts from that for me. I'm like,
but I just feel like the standard of refereeing was probably the most disappointing part of the game. Of the whole tournament. I just feel like there was a lot of decisions where you just kind of like, is this the best we've got?
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, like we complain about referees, whether that's Champions League, World Cup, Premier League, whatever you name it. Referees can be perfect, but I just thought that the standard.
We end up talking about the refs instead of the game. And
100%, man. 100%. It was just,
I think this time around, just watching some of the games, some of the decisions that were being made, very, very dodgy.
Questionable.
And it does look like a lot of the referees had been paid off on the side, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a conspiracy, but...
Yeah, of course. But it just seeing that type of like decisions that were being made, you would ask a lot of questions.
All I'm saying, mission accomplished.
And in what sense?
The Ghanaian referee.
Yeah.
that's one of your uncles, that one, isn't it? That's your guy, man. That's my guy, man. And maybe you fund him, man.
I mean, obviously, the referee was obviously like pretty bad in that game, the Nigeria game. I know. But also like Morocco's tactics in that where...
A big question.
I mean, listen, not to be too negative on the whole tournament, but I think there was also some good play. There was some shining players in there. There was some good players. Like I like the fact that you had so many, like stars, so many, world people actually going to like, you had like Mbappe there. I think Gary Lineker was at the final. So for me, I always feel like sometimes AFCON, aside from like it goes from like World Cup, Euros, AFCON. Because I never watch any of the South American international thing or the Asian thing, but I don't know if that's just time zones, but I feel like AFCON is a big game. There's like entertainment there.
Do you think that these stars would have came to these games if the games were being played in a different country?
It's closer for European stars in order to get to Morocco. For stars, because it's just like especially for Mbappe, he's coming from Spain to Morocco. That's just you could ride a bike across there, man.
That's true.
But I think a part of that as well, there's a lot more players playing like in kind of higher leagues that are actually representing their own countries.
Big names,
You know how we talked about it before the tournament started, the amount of players that try to play for like your England, your France, Spain, they don't get in. And then like 10 years later, they're like, hey, I'm representing my country. And you're like, brother, didn't you play like under 18s, 21s, but like England and that? It's just you can't get into the kind of senior team that you're not doing that. And I feel like obviously that's when you're then seeing Mbappe going to watch
He was
spent a lot of time.
He was also at the Cameroonian game, I think, obviously because his family, etc., are from Cameroon. So I think
there's always kind of the older players like your George Weahs and that. They always at those kind of games. But even like with the final, I can't remember Cissé's first name. Used to play at Liverpool. Used to have like a blonde mohawk.
Jibril Cissé.
Yeah, like he was there, kind of stuff like that, which I think was like sort of really nice to see. So, but I do wonder whether part of that is there seems to be kind of that thing of representing the motherland. Like I think it's starting to maybe resonate with more kind of the younger players sort of doing that. So,
which is a good thing,
continue, man.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows, man? In the next World Cup, we might see Mbappe representing Cameroon, man.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
World Cup 20. I'm calling it now, man. Come back to this in 4 years.
You think France would drop Mbappe like that?
Not a chance.
It's gotta happen. Watch him.
Do you remember like how pissed off France were at Trevor Noah for basically suggesting like the African players like won France the World Cup?
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, every time we watch the World Cup, do we not support France as an African team? Or we just
Because they're literally, a lot of the French players are literally like all over. Congo, Cameroon, Ivory Coast,
and that's it. But I think
Togo.
what they were annoyed about was almost like, I think they were trying to say like, obviously all these players are like born in France and blah, blah, blah. But he was like, but they've still got roots in Africa. So why not celebrate that?
To be fair for me, like if you're born in that country, you've lived in that country, you're raised in that country, then represent that country. But it's when you then obviously get to a level where it doesn't work out, then you want to sort of like switch. That's what I'm like, hold on a second.
That should stop then.
Yeah, that was not your first choice. Like, you know, you were not born in that country. So your only roots to that is the fact that your dad or your mom, your grandma was born there. Like, there's no, and when you switch to play for that team, I feel like there's not enough passion for playing for that team, innit? Like,
It's just because you were like last choice.
yeah, it's kind of like academy players. Academy players, like when you play for your team, you've got the passion. You're playing for Chelsea, you're playing for that. When you get transferred into another team, you're just like, yeah, I'm just here for the paycheck. I don't really love the team like that.
Do
innit?
you think though,
basically.
like the
tried it. Cameron tried to pull it out, he had to pay.
All right, okay, so there we go. So apparently Mbappe tried to, and the Cameroon Football Association or someone told the dad that he has to pay to play for the team, which corruption is only good when I'm involved.
yeah, but I
is
think part of it as well though. Like I don't think that will stop because, I mean, these countries, like if it's like I don't know, Jamaica or something, right? And you see, was it
Antonio, who's the striker?
Mikel Antonio, you know, obviously is representing them. Like for some of these countries, like even like Chowdhury, like playing for India. Like obviously he's now like the big star. Like I feel like they're still going to welcome them back because it still puts like kind of like a spotlight on them, and brings them like a certain level of them saying, look, one of our players that's played in the Premier League is representing the country. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think that will stop for that very reason because there's still a bit of clout attached to that player. Even if it's patchy for the past 10 years, you can still say, but we've got Premier League.
But then again, those players could essentially like become obviously big stars in the team and help that team achieve, for example,
potentially
qualifying for like
World Cup,
etc. Because I know Gabon, Aubameyang was like the same situation. He could have played for France, but then he decided to play for Gabon and they did pretty well in the AFCON, you know. I think.
What happened?
Are you sure?
They're in trouble, man. Yeah.
No, they were doing pretty well, but then obviously
they didn't do well, man. Did they not leave the AFCON without a single point?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they played pretty decent, but
they have up until this one. Like
No,
this is
okay.
So this AFCON, they left with 0 points, and like I think like the president or someone was like unhappy with them. I don't know. I think he sort of like banned them or
I
something.
thought it was a game I was watching. They were winning, and then I'm guessing they had lost the game. So that makes sense.
I think this was where the president literally had like the team and the management, and he was asking them to explain themselves.
Yeah.
That's not Batman. He said,
No, it was banned. Like Arteta did.
I have a problem with that.
it's not a difference.
Like I get like obviously the team didn't do well in that, but at the same time, like when those same players, if we were to carry Gabon to the semi-finals or whatever, they would still be the first ones to be like, yeah, look at our boy. But then when they're not performing, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
I think it's just like so when you perform badly, it depends whether you've performed badly because the other team was so much better than you, or you just performed badly because you guys didn't put in the effort.
Yeah.
So for me, if the team just does badly because they would just crap, then I'll be like, hey, if I was president, I'll be like, listen,
like
just
Zambia?
swap them
Is that
up.
what you end up done?
Yeah, but I'm like, if you lose, like for example, like in the final, if Senegal had lost out, we'd be like, you know what, they played well, fair. You can't really have against it. But if you go and lose 5-0, or you give away leads, you just don't, it's different vibe. So maybe that's why the president feels somewhere because you've got Aubameyang, and it's like, what did he do?
But Aubameyang is state what?
Yeah, but still,
You expected miracles, man.
but it's not that old, and low key, the defenders is coming across in the AFCON. It's no offense to them, but
I don't know, man.
you can
Just
do better,
physical,
man.
Yeah.
Was there like any team in AFCON that kind of like surprised you guys in the sense
Benin.
of like playing?
Run my clip, man. Benin, I told you, man. Benin would be surprising.
Who's the big players who play in Benin?
Benin, there's Joseph.
Joseph Benin.
Benin were they surprised. How far did they get in the AFCON though?
They made it through the group stages, and then they got put up by, was it Morocco or Egypt? Yeah, they got put up by Egypt, and they actually went toe to toe with Egypt until like extra time or something like that. So
Okay.
toe to toe.
I think for me, the surprise was just kind of, I suppose maybe we shouldn't be surprised like Egypt didn't get as far as I thought they would have. But yeah, for me that they were kind of sort of the surprise. Yes, I can see the camera there. I mean, obviously Salah, Mamouche.
I think Salah performed pretty well though.
And I think
no, but he assisted a good amount of goals for.
Yeah, because I think they done more like group stages than that, but just the way they kind of to not get to at least kind of semi-finals for me. That
mean,
was a bit of a
they
surprise.
made a
They
good
went out.
team.
They went out with
Yeah.
a bit of a whimper.
Yeah, I had a feeling Egypt were not gonna really do a thing like that, man.
Because remember when Egypt literally used to win like back to back to back to back.
When the players were in their prime, pretty much, then, innit?
Yeah.
Whereas
Long,
this
long
Salah
time
passed
ago.
this prime then.
These days, who you got? You got Salah and Mamouche, and
Who's the rest?
yeah.
Any idea?
I
I
suppose.
bet there's a Mohammed, didn't there?
Hey.
Let's not go there.
If I speak,
I'm in big trouble.
Now, the next topic I wanted to discuss was, do you guys think Morocco were being favoured
100%.
by the referees
100%.
or the decisions that were being made? Because
100%. Like,
obviously, we will talk about the final soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
whether it was like intentional, whether it was like paid, or whether it was just the influence from the fact that there's more Moroccan fans there, but the refs were definitely swaying in a certain way. Like there was a lot. If you watch that Nigeria game, there was a lot of favoritism from what it felt like.
Yeah.
I just feel like you kind of expect a home nation to probably get a bit of favor.
Yep.
Maybe that extra 5-10% of decisions kind of go more in their favor. But how blatant this was even just things like, obviously, we'll come on to the final, but the fact for the final, they had 50,000+ fans in the stadium, and Senegal had like less than 3,000.
2 to 3, yeah.
I'm sorry. The kind of behavior of like the ball boys and officials, guys in suits, stealing like, you know, the goalkeeper's towel and all that.
Yeah.
You know, things like, was it Senegal were made to use public transport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
no security.
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, even
No
Nigeria,
security
for example,
control,
they had the
bombarded.
same issues of like people stealing the towels and all that. And obviously that thing was highlighted in that game.
Yeah.
And then even in the final, for example, nothing's done. And I feel like a certain degree, I'm like, ref, linesman, what are you doing? There's a guy on the field getting dragged around by substitute players as well. Like if you're gonna give yellow cards to like, you know, guys who sit on the benches, like, you know, the throw in, I'm like, go do something about that as well.
Yeah. So I just feel like, and again, people will say, you know, for the final, Senegal's behavior is what tainted it. But I'm like, yeah, but look at what Morocco were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like there is, and I get there's obviously kind of mind games. We see that all the time, fans setting off fireworks so that the other team doesn't sleep well.
Yeah.
But this was like to a different degree, and like nothing was being done about it in front of the cameras. Do you know what I mean? And I think for me, that's the bit where I'm just like, this is so stupid. Like, it's a big tournament.
Literally,
everybody
the
has
whole
a
world
camera
was
these
watching
days.
as well.
Yeah.
And they still thought they could behave that way and get away with it.
Yeah.
But then when it obviously didn't go their way, i.e. the final, then they want to turn around and say, oh, look at Senegal's behavior. And you're like, hang on a minute.
Hold on.
Do you know what I wanna ask? Like, you know, I know we keep dancing around the final, but I'm gonna bring up the final now.
Yeah.
See with like Senegal walking off, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. Do you not even understand it? Do you agree with it?
No.
No.
Where's Amelia's disagreed?
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So do you anybody agree with what they
I
done?
disagree because like if a decision doesn't go on your way, like you cannot just put a tantrum for it, man. Like this is football. You're grown adults.
But I think
So
I mean-
nobody agrees. Does anybody understand?
I understand.
I understand, but
to
I
an
think,
extent.
I think if you watch the game, you watch the game, right?
Yeah.
So, to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay, I think if you watch the full game, you'd understand why they did that.
Yeah.
But is
Because
it
of
only been talked about this way because nobody else has ever done it? Even when it's been so blatant, it's just been like an acceptance to just be like, that's just football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on a minute, like, should we though just be accept? Even when we're seeing there is an injustice, this is not like, again, things happen in football. Even with VAR, things can get missed, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it. We've obviously complained about it, and I feel like they maybe might be things where like you can almost accept to be like, okay, fair enough. But this was different.
Yeah.
But it's not
Do you
even
know
the
what I
fact that it was blatant. It's like it was blatant for that many times. It wasn't. See, if it was like just in one game, but when it's like consistently, like in a few games or something, that's where some people are like, right, okay, too far. We're in the final now.
It kind of like what I was gonna ask in the sense of like, do you think that the Senegalese coach, he was obviously the one telling the players to like get off the pitch?
Yeah.
Do you think obviously that was a good thing for him to do as a coach?
I think in a way it was playing mind games because I don't think they were gonna stay in the changing room. They were just because obviously they were gonna take the penalty. And Brahim Díaz like after all that thing, now he has to think to take the penalty.
Okay, because obviously, I think it was Mané was the one who was telling the players to
So
come back.
Mané brought them back,
And then he went into the changing rooms and called them to come out.
Yeah.
And I seen a lot of like comments saying like, "Oh, look at Mané, he's just doing that for the cameras to be this nice guy." Or do you think that he was just being like,
what about
so, and he thought about that?
I think
it
clearly,
no matter what happens.
clearly there was a difference in like ideology. Obviously, the manager felt that instance because again, you normally would only ever see that if there was maybe like a racist incident, for example. We've definitely seen like decisions where we've all seen it to be like that was clearly the wrong decision, but they don't feel that passionate about to do something like that. But like CB said, because it wasn't just the one game, it was consistent throughout the whole tournament. And you're looking at it to be like, hang on a minute, like, and Senegal played well. They deserved to be in the final, and they should have been a go ahead before that penalty even happened. Because it's that thing of like, he blew the whistle just as they scored the goal, so then he couldn't even go to VAR. Why do that?
But
When they let like kind of offside run for like 10, 20
So
seconds.
do you think
to have
that
a
goal
look.
should have stood then?
Oh, 100%.
See, just to go back to your point of people saying like whether Mané was doing that just for like the show, for TV, whatever it was. I think there's an element of where like what's the brother's name, man? Diouf, Haji Diouf. So he was there talking to Mané. He was then on the phone to somebody. I don't know what the phone call was, but I think Mané also had like almost that leadership from above, like, you know, Diouf saying like, listen, potentially get the players on. Mané was on the field the whole time trying to talk to the Morocco players. So I think him doing that was, I don't think it was for sure for TV. Like he's generally like a nice guy, chill guy. He wanted to keep the game going. So I think them going into like the changing room was, it's just obviously the manager's doing that. It's wrong decision for them to go into the change room. I don't think they were abandoning the game because none of them took off their stuff. It was just maybe just get them out the firing line before someone does something stupid. He's like, go sit down. Go. We'll come back for you.
Take a little 2 minutes cool down.
I don't know what's gonna happen from this. So I feel like, you know, if there's gonna be sanctions,
there's gonna be a lot of sanctions.
Even sanctions, there's court stuff.
Morocco also needs to catch something for that. Yeah, you can't, like, you know, them walking off was wrong. The way Morocco behaved, certain things they done was wrong.
Because even like Brahim Díaz, the way he chased the referee to have that penalty.
Do you think it was a penalty?
I don't think it was.
So I can see why the ref.
I can see why.
However, I can see why the ref gave it, because why is your hands are all the way there? It's soft, but your hands are there. You're pulling back. Whether it's like enough to throw someone back like that, but it's gets in the Premier League that gets given. So that for me, I'm like, it's the right decision. But I think it starts with the fact that the play before that, like you said, the goal should have been given. The pass that led to the corner, for me, I've not watched it back, but it was offside. It was offside, So I'm like, if this was Premier League, VAR would start potentially with that part of play. Check that. Actually, that wasn't a corner, whatever it is. But then it's a whole thing of like re-refereeing the game.
Do you think the referee felt bad or?
No.
We need to ask Chris, man, because I swear that's Chris's uncle, man.
Because the way that referee was just standing there like.
But the thing is, the thing about that kind of all refereeing as well. But then there was also a point, the part where he spent about a minute looking for a player to give him a yellow card.
Yeah, there was chaos.
He's just like looking around, like just trying to find the player. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
There was chaos. But this is where, like I said, like his assistants should be giving him some guidance for that.
And again, and I think this is where it goes back to, it's a collective. Do you know what I mean? There's linesmen there, there's the fourth official, there's VAR. Like, you're telling me between all of those people, they couldn't have come to kind of like the right decision? Because everything is subjective. Even the goal itself, my issue with it was just the fact that he blew the whistle rather than letting the play go ahead, blow the whistle, and let VAR look at it.
Check it,
Because he could have easily given that penalty because he was looking at it same way he gave the free kick to Morocco. So he relied on VAR for the second one, let the play go for VAR to intervene. And again, even then, it was, I mean, Diaz was shouting at him in the Premier League.
He was chasing him down, swearing probably.
Yeah, he was swearing at him and swearing at the fourth official. And for me, that's what I didn't like. And I thought that was the whole thing of only the captain can speak to. So where was that? Do you know what I mean? Like little things like that. Little things like that where I think all of that added up to then, obviously, Senegal were basically just like, nah.
Bro, it's like, do you know how high your emotions are at that point? Like in the 90th something minute. Like if putting myself in that situation, if my manager said you're walking off or the player said walking off, I don't think I've got the mental to stay and do after going for so long. My legs are tired, and then they get like a penalty like that. I would have unpacked, man. I would have. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Now
Boots are off,
I would have been
fingers
boots
in
up.
the bin.
But by the time Mané comes to call me, I'll be like putting my little thing up. Always on here, man.
Wait, we're going back out again?
Yeah, I'm like, nah, you catch me in my Timbies and start working out. I'm like, nah, I'm playing in the shoes, man. I'm not changing. I'm not changing for man to score that penalty and then ref blows full time. Nah. And then if that happened, I'm not doing no guard of honor. I'm sorry, but I don't think I wouldn't be that guy.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when we were watching it, right? I don't know, man. Even for me, with my heightened emotions, I did agree with the walking off. In hindsight, being like you kind of lose.
Yeah.
It should never happen.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to accept it. But at the same time, like when it start blatant, should you just still go on to accept it?
Yeah, I'm shouting at the TV.
I'm gone.
Get off the pitch.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Do you know what I mean? This is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like if you knew. Do you know what I mean? Like if
How
you
you
knew.
felt at that
I
point?
think watching the game from like the start to the way that happened, that situation, I was literally like, look,
I'm in the changing room on the Uber thing. I'm gone, man. I'm like, I don't care how you man getting home. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here.
And I think that's what it was. It's just it wasn't like it was almost. It takes me back to that Chelsea Barcelona game 08 Champions League.
That's
Disgrace.
That's what, and obviously that ref
This is the
then
best
came
one.
out, and then that referee obviously never ref the game after that.
And
But
I
I think
find
that's
out
what it
some of
was,
them were
where it
paid,
was
didn't
just like, and that was just one game where there was that many. But with Morocco, it's the whole tournament. Loads of people knew that. Obviously, even in Nigeria, obviously they complained about it. Loads of teams complained. So it's not just off of that one decision.
And
It's the whole tournament.
so have you guys seen the clip of that the FIFA president reacting to Diaz missing a penalty?
I was gonna come to that.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, I'm not
The
saying
thing
it.
is, I wanted to ask you guys in the sense of like Diaz is.
I'm going first on this one. Go on.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
No.
No.
If he's gonna miss on purpose, he would blaze it over the bar or put it wide. I think he genuinely thought
He wanted to be that guy.
humiliate Senegal, Panenka.
Yeah.
Because that was the final kick of the game.
Hakimi did the Peneka. Was it in the last World Cup? Or
against Spain, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He wanted to be that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
Do you know
You're
what
not
I mean?
that guy.
I think that's what. So them saying, "Oh no, he did it on purpose." I'm like, no, but because I'm a goalkeeper, right? In that situation, I am picking a side and committing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, if I stand here and he puts it there, you look stupid. Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna pick a side. But I think he wanted to humiliate them because there is no way you fight that hard to get a penalty
Yeah.
and then
That's
decide to miss
true.
on purpose.
Because the narrative would be different. It'd be like, oh, this guy's got balls of steel. Look at what he does. The Peneka in the final in the 90th side.
And then it'll be in history forever.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's still in history for
For the wrong reasons.
That
But yeah, I'm not having that narrative.
Because
that
I've
he
seen obviously
missed- he
like
missed on purpose.
clips. Apparently Diaz was speaking to Mendy and he spoke to a few Senegalese players, I think, apparently before saying he was going to obviously miss on purpose.
Nah.
I don't know if
Mendy was in his face like, boy, I know where you're going, boy.
Also, with Mendy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my point. And even then, you see Mendy almost go into a dive and then come back and pick up the ball.
Yeah.
So if they have talked about it, he would have just stood there knowing the ball was coming straight at him. So this is why, again, I'm not buying that.
It's a bit of acting.
Yeah.
mate.
If I'm gonna miss on purpose, I am blazing out over the bar.
Okay.
Or putting it wide.
Yeah.
There's so many different things he could have done that would have made it very obvious that that's what he wanted to do.
missing.
Because you also see the manager have a go at him for missing a penalty. When the final whistle goes,
Yeah, he was raging. He was raging
the
for
manager
sure.
was
He
raging
let
at
down
him.
the whole nation.
But see
what I
with
mean?
this whole tournament, like I said, the sad thing is like the refs are like, you know, the superstars of this. But I want to talk about the positives, right? I want to go at that goal.
I was
That,
going
goal,
to say.
that was from the ancestors. That was from the chest. Man was hitting that goal for
You know,
the
I taught him
whole
that, by the way,
country.
left footed.
Yeah, left foot.
Did you? I swear, man.
Super soaking back.
Yeah, I swear, but nah, that,
I think we can all agree that the best outcome the
I
whole
think
tournament
look,
happened,
see-
considering
justice.
considering what Morocco were doing throughout the whole tournament, especially like semi-finals,
Yeah.
two of the finals,
Yeah.
obviously the towels,
Yeah.
no security to Senegal, and I heard apparently like Senegal and Morocco were like basically training literally not even that far from each other.
The
And
training facilities are
yeah,
bad
the
as
training
well.
facilities, and apparently they were like spying on them. Yeah, so Senegal refused and they asked to get moved. So I think
again,
the best outcome happened.
So there was more security on the towels than actually the Senegalese team.
But this is why, like, see, everybody's framing obviously like the final was tainted by the Senegalese like behavior, and I'm like, guys, look at everything around. Like, why are we not talking?
Both
about
teams'
that?
behavior was
Is
shocking.
that- in that moment, yes,
Both
but
teams.
around the tournament, because I have never heard of a host nation behaving like that.
Nah, both teams
In
are shocking.
any situation,
They even won, what is it, FIFA Fair Play?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Both teams are shocking, but like I said, I'm gonna say it again. If I was in Senegal shoes, that was me. I'm walking off, and you go judge me.
Absolutely,
But
facts.
I don't have it in me, man.
and I think it's easy for people to say that when you're not in that situation.
Yeah.
All these people that have come out and say, "Oh no, like they should have just kind of like taken it on the chin." I'm like,
Nah,
yeah,
no. It's different, obviously, when you're there. Emotions are high, and especially in like that caliber of a match.
yes.
But
Who was your
never seen it in any
who was
other
your like
tournament.
your star of the tournament? If you guys don't mind me asking, like who would you say? Like,
I mean, I'm gonna be
'cause-
biased, and I'm gonna say Bono, the actual Moroccan goalkeeper.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say this, I think Diaz
Diaz,
was
I would say-
outstanding.
I was about to say, like, if it wasn't for that
He
behavior,
was
like he's almost
absolutely
tainted it.
outstanding, but then obviously
He's definitely one of the he plays for Madrid already, but I would say he's one of the shining stars from that whole tournament.
I think pretty much from the beginning, the way he's just moving with the ball, like running past defenders, etc., assisting, scoring. He even got obviously top goal scorer of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I'm biased. I'm gonna say Bono. Like again, big man comes up.
Is
with
that
some
bias as a
big
goalkeeper?
saves.
Just
Yeah,
goalkeeper.
as a
I was gonna say, I'm like, what's his bias? You gotta explain
No,
what
it's
his
not biased as a
I'm like,
goalkeeper
man's
because-
Moroccan now, innit?
No, that's
absolutely
fair.
not. Absolutely
That's
not.
fair. So obviously, with time running,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a quick one. Just the top 11 of the tournament
Okay.
As a collective.
as a collective. Or
Diaz for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we in agreement for
no one's
that?
disagreeing with that.
Yeah. Ozyman, I thought he was.
Yeah.
Is it Ozyman or Ozyman or that brother?
Oshi, man.
What's it, man?
Man.
Ozyman. I
So you
think.
put Diaz where?
Left foot?
Wait, are you,
Left
you want to
wing,
do
right
like left combined 11? Oh god.
Just time, yeah.
Yeah, throw him up there
your
somewhere.
top
Right,
11.
right wing.
Right wing for Diaz, okay. And then Oshiman is the striker.
Striker.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I should have put him maybe on the left.
Who would you put in your left?
Can we put?
Sadio Mané.
Can we put? Yeah,
Mane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mane,
Jesus
obviously.
Christ, guys.
He only played well the last two games.
He got player of the tournament, bro.
He was
He
playing
got player
well
of
the
the
whole
tournament.
He
tournament.
got player of the
Yeah,
tournament.
but he only played well the last two.
No,
he barely watched it.
Mane
Just
was
because he said that they'll come in.
it wasn't. Nah, Mane was actually really good.
He played well, man.
And then what about your midfield?
Midfield is where it gets techie, man, because I don't think anybody really had outshining midfield, man.
One of the gays?
Yeah.
Because there was like 1 or 2, 3 people called gay.
Gay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ghana gay. The guy who's
Papa
see
Gay or
see the guy who scored for sure. I think he has to be in there just for that banger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
just gay.
yeah.
Gay times two. Right?
I think gay was good.
Kind of gay as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is it Ghana gay?
Yeah, just like Ghana gay.
yeah, just a kind of
At
gay.
least he
Yeah.
wasn't punching his own teammates this time.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's it.
I was thinking that, but then again, Lookman doesn't really go.
He played well, man.
Iwobi had a
Played
good,
like
yeah.
prime Iniesta.
Yeah,
man.
We need to
Iwobi.
laugh at Chukwueze's
Iwobi.
penalty, man.
Iwobi was good.
That was so embarrassing, man. So Iwobi
Horror.
Iwobi, yeah.
Iwobi?
I think Iwobi and the two gays, yeah.
and the 2 gays.
That's a good.
A good trio.
Defense. Hakimi?
Hakimi has to be there naturally, yeah. I think Koulibaly as well had a good tournament.
Yeah, had a good tournament.
I felt sorry for him getting booked in the semi-final,
Yeah,
man.
that's horrendous. I feel like after every stage you should just wipe off those yellow cards, man.
Childish.
Agreed.
So Koulibaly, Hakimi, Calvin Bassey.
Ooh.
That's
He had
player,
the
man.
yeah.
Bassi.
Man had a good game, man.
Yeah, Bass
was
was.
good.
I think he's gonna leave
He
Fulham.
put his
Left
body
back.
on the line.
Yeah,
That's
left back. I
semi-final.
generally couldn't give you anybody who was a shining star for left back. Eh?
Dude,
And left back,
Bring him.
Bassey. Who'd you guys have for left back? That's why I generally can't think of anybody for left back. I'll be honest with you. You just gonna have to throw out a name there. Because I don't know, in my head, nobody came out as a shining star for left back.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Where's Thingy? What's his name? Lutenori. Just throw him there for the sake of it.
Nah.
Why not?
It has to be somebody that made it into the final, man.
Who was Morocco's left back or Senegal's left back?
Couldn't even tell you a name. Not a clue. Not a clue.
Any Nigerian left backs?
But that's the thing. So like that's the sad part. It's like you're just looking to name a left back just because the way they're in the final or played, you know, in the quarter final kind of thing. But there's nobody who's like there's no one who's like a standout.
Yeah, that's probably the one.
Try pronounce it.
Onyem Mechi. You try to say that.
You're just gonna have to pretend like the left back had a red card. Oh yeah, actually,
Onyem Mechi.
Actually forgot about him. You
He
know,
was left back.
actually forgot about Mazraoui, innit?
Mazraoui for Morocco.
Okay, let's.
You know what?
Yeah. I completely forgot about
say
him
Mazraoui.
because in the final, I feel like he just didn't do too much again.
Yeah, man.
But lots of players didn't do anything. Even like Hakimi,
Yeah.
man.
Left back.
Personally, I thought Hakimi should have taken a penalty back. What do I know?
And then obviously goalkeeper
Bono.
no Mendy,
Nah.
No.
ex Chelsea player. No.
I mean, I
could be biased there.
was gonna say the guy who won
I'm on the
it.
panel with three
Yeah,
Chelsea.
I was
fans.
literally gonna say because this guy shot the ball real quick. I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
I mean, Bono did get keeper of the tournament. So.
Yeah, but I just
But even in the final, because Senegal had better chances than.
And they made some.
Yeah, he
quality
made some
saves.
big saves.
Yeah.
Because in Jai, when he's through 1-on-1,
And then he saved it off his foot.
right? That's what I'm saying.
That was
well, I
ridiculous.
guess
as much as I
he
love my
takes
brother
it.
Mendy, Bono's
Yeah.
the guy.
Fair enough.
Wanna takes it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. So
But yeah, I
that
think
is-
some positives, man. Let's end it on the positives, innit?
that's a top 11. It's been good. And obviously, like I said, the best outcome happened. Senegal. Justice. I think the whole Africa was really...
I don't know about the whole Africa. I can tell you one country was
Apart from Morocco, but I think 98% of Africa
Look,
was really
I
happy
think
with that.
overall it was a good tournament.
yeah.
For like what like CB was saying, with how much kind of flack it catches for being like, oh, it's just Africa Cup of Nations. I actually thought
It was a.
Everybody watches it still, man. Everybody watches it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
No, that's
Yeah,
good.
you listen, Mr. Carragher, yeah?
That's good, but
Yes.
we'll end it there, lads. And thank you very much for tuning in. Mr. Ease. Close it for us, please, I beg.
Where's my ad lib, man? In this guy. Every time don't do a simple thing. No, it's easy, and then we just, you know what? Yeah, go. Do your president.
Like, follow, do whatever you need to do, man.